Hi there, Aquarius. How are you today? Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your reading for the week of, let me check, October 11th through 17th, 2021. I always have to check, when I first start doing the readings for the week, because it just messes me up from last time or from the daily readings or things like that. So I never know what date it is. Anyway, so here we are. All your angels are here. I've invited them. I do a little bit of like a tiny meditation just before I start the reading. And so I invite all your guardian angels to come and give your messages. So when they do that, they come as a group. It's a collective, and they give the message that will be the most accurate for the most of you as possible. And so if there happens to be a part that doesn't resonate with you, that's no problem. It just means that's for somebody else. So take what does, leave the rest. It's all good. All right, so we've got most of the cards out. Need a couple more here yet. These are the mermaid cards. And the other one is one of the fairy decks. So fairies and mermaids today. Okay, and there we go. So this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. The first thing your angels want you to know is that you are fully capable of rising above things that you are considering to be problems right now. So it sounds like you're taking on something that really isn't yours. That's for some of you. Please identify in your life which things are going on that are things that are in your control, that are yours to deal with. They are your responsibility. And which things are not. The things that are not, how are you, are you trying to take responsibility for those? Are you trying to change those things? So what you can change is within your own control. You can't change what somebody else is to do. You can try, you can influence them and all that stuff, but you can't do somebody else's work for them. And when you try, you're actually doing them a disservice. So what you can do, though, is really communicate well with that person or those people, and just see what they're thinking. You're not really trying to impose your view. You're trying to see what they're thinking so that you can understand. Not from the point of view of fixing anything or changing anything, just for understanding. And that might provide clarity for the other person, but that's not the purpose of the conversation. And so anything that you are taking on, that you are thinking of as problems, generally are not. That's kind of what I'm being told, at least at this moment, right? They appear to be obstacles. They appear to be things to be dealt with, right? But if it's not yours to do, if there's nothing about it that you are in control of, then it isn't truly yours. Which means you need to rise above that. You just need to do what you can for you, for your own self. Right? So they're saying that you are struggling with this, understanding that, but that whatever the problem is, it does affect you, but it's just not in your control. So that way, because it's affecting you, you're trying to change it and make it better and make it different and whatever. But you can't. As soon as you identify that truly this is not your problem to deal with, then something else might be your thing to deal with. And so go ahead and deal with that, and that might improve the other situation. It'll certainly improve your own self, right? And so as soon as you can relax about these things, then you will feel better. And then the problem disappears, basically. Like the situation, I don't think will change. That's not what I'm seeing. But your perspective of it will change. And that will make it better. Okay. All right. So ask for divine help. Yeah. Ask your angels, your creator. Pray if that's what you do. You know, ask for divine help for the whole situation, because that will raise the vibration of it, and that will make it less immediate, less serious, less something. I'm not quite sure exactly what the right word is. It will improve it significantly, though. So ask for help, and then, get out of the way. Let the help come. Let the understanding happen. Let the realization come to you that it's not yours to do. You're not doing any favors to the person you're trying to do it for. So get out of their way. Let them deal with it, because that's the only way it will truly be solved. You can't do it for them. Okay. All right. So get creative, because this feels good, doesn't it? When you sit down to do your craft, or you develop a new idea, or you get all your creative juices flowing, and everything feels good, and it just feels good, and it starts to flow, and the momentum really gets going. That feels amazing. And so then you feel better. And that's the goal, is to just feel better all the time. So get your creative juices going. Make your thing, whatever it is you do, whether you write or you sculpt or you paint or you bead, or whatever it is that you're doing. Do something that involves your creativity, because that gets you out of your logical head too. Because who can live there all the time? That's heavy, right? So just do that because it feels good, because you like it. Okay, and so part of that, let's just see, where do you want to go next, angels? Here, okay. So part of that creativity, that is your true self. You have so many ideas, you have so much creativity within you, that the times that you're not using that, you're not truly being yourself. And so use that as much as you can. Like, if you can make a business out of that, you would be successful. That's what I'm hearing. That, there's marketing and there's all those other things to do, but you would be successful at that. And so acknowledging to yourself that that's what you want to do, instead of beating yourself up over not doing the other thing. That's kind of what I'm getting, is that you think you should be doing some other, whatever it is. Maybe it's a full-time job or something like that, but you haven't been, and you've been using your time, using your creativity, and doing what comes naturally and easily and enjoyably to you. It's almost like you feel like if you're loving it, it can't be a career or something like that. And so your angels are saying, yes, it absolutely can. If you're loving it, then you're way more likely to do it all the time and regularly. And find somebody else to do the parts that you find difficult, right? Which is probably self-promotion and marketing and things like that. That's the creative side tends to have trouble with that other kind of stuff. And so find somebody else to do those things for you. So what I'm hearing is that there are people who do that for multiple people. I don't know that myself, but they're saying if you have a look around, ask somebody to represent you, kind of, in, or advise you. It's maybe not that they need to do the things for you, but they need to direct you as to what to do and where. Then that will work that out, its way out, and you'll get through all that. Then that, like, they're talking about the marketing and stuff like that. So the practical aspects, that's what it is. And so this is your true self. This is what you enjoy. This is what you love doing. Also, in terms of what they talked about earlier about, taking on somebody else's responsibility, let yourself respond to that in a way that you want to. Now, they're not saying to let yourself fly off the handle or anything like that. They are saying to be really honest about what's going on and what you need to happen, and to communicate that really well. That is what they're saying. Being your own true self. What does this say? Awakening your own true self. So yes, certainly a lot of it is stuff that you generally hold back, and you tend not to say it out loud because you think it's mean or you think it's hurtful. And they're saying that it doesn't have to be. It depends how you say it, and it also depends upon the other person on how they take it, right? But you need to acknowledge what it is you actually want to do, and then find your way to actually do it. Becoming. That's called becoming. It's beautiful. It's growth. So, looks like there's some clutter. There's some things that you don't want around anymore. You don't need that. You would prefer to live more simply. And please do. For some of you, it doesn't feel like you're preferring that. But it feels like, your angels are advising you that that's the most benefit to you. So start small. If it's like full closets of stuff, choose one small section and go through it and discard the things that you haven't used in a long time, or however that looks for you, and see how it feels afterwards. You will probably feel some pleasure at getting rid of those things that you no longer need, that are not serving you. You don't know why you're hauling that stuff around. It's time to simplify a little bit. So once you do that in one small section, then you can do it in more and more places. And it may be stuff. It may be habits. It may be sitting on too many board positions. It may be, too many obligations in that way. However that fits in your life, make it simpler. Make it so that it's not heavy, so that life is easy and enjoyable. That's what they want for you. Okay, and kind of along, different lines. Make a play date with a friend for yourself. Like, go do something fun. Meet the people that you love being with, and go for tea, or go shopping, or whatever it is. Whatever it is, do that together, and have fun doing that. Reconnect with your friends and enjoy yourself. And it fills you up in your heart chakra. Like, can you see the smile? The feeling they're giving me is making me smile, and it's hard not to. It's fun, and it's laughter, and it's connecting with these beautiful people that you love and who love you. And it's time to do that. It feels like it's a while since you had that connection. And please feed yourself. Treasure your friendships. And it feels like there's new friendships on the horizon for you as well. That's really exciting. Or at least growing friendships. Depending on your situation. It could be new, could be ones that you have already started, but they're growing and they're deepening. And so, yeah, very good. Very good. That's what keeps you, just feels good, right? Yes. Okay, so let's grab the daily guidance cards, and let's get one last bit of wisdom here from your angels. It says child, child. So this is, I think we're talking still about this friendship and having a play date, going and having fun. This is you as the child. This is you without responsibilities for at least for a little while, right? Letting yourself be lighthearted, letting yourself go play, and having fun. Having fun. It's great. It's great. You need to do this. You need to do this. Okay, that's awesome. All right, so Aquarius, do you see this globe here behind me? Let's make some of that fun, this playtime, and let's create that as energy. So let's send that to the whole world. Everybody needs time to play, some lightheartedness, some laughter, some games, and enjoyment. Skipping, swinging, whatever it is, just laughing about that with your friends and having fun. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you very much. And I love you. And I will see you next week.